Welcome in, Dog fans, and happy Tuesday, and welcome to Bulldog Park for this edition of Fayetteville Bulldog Baseball on the Fayetteville Sports Network. I'm your host, Ben Watson. I'll be your host all the way through this thing. We've got a great matchup on tap for you today. We've got the Fayetteville Bulldogs versus the Van Buren Pointers. Should be a good game. Fayetteville coming into this one ranked 16th in the country for national public schools. So one of the best Fayetteville teams we have ever seen in this high school, in this program, and we are very excited for today's matchup. Today I'll get to your starting lineups here. Starting at third base, we've got Ken Pascal. Starting at pitcher is the Arkansas signee Landon Schaefer. Starting at left field is going to be Carter Morris. Starting at DH is Arkansas signee Mark Brissy. Starting at first base is Jude Rada. Starting at right field is Charlie Graves. In center field is Arkansas commit and signee Jason Delamar.
I pledge
Catching today for the Dogs is Landon Holzhauer. Playing second for the Dogs today is going to be Camden Rogerson. And starting at short for the Dogs is Charlie Garden. So a pretty good lineup on tap for today, and we should have some good baseball on the Fayetteville Sports Network.
You see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Play ball. Battery today for the Bulldogs, catching number 4, Landon Holzhauer. And on the hill, number 24, Landon Schaefer.
All right, welcome in, Dog fans, and welcome into Bulldog Stadium. If you are just now joining us, we have some good baseball on tap for you. Our first broadcast on the Fayetteville Sports Network this season. The Dogs have only played 2 games this season, so good to be able to get out here. The weather is beautiful on this Tuesday evening as we are ready for some baseball. Pretty excited when this weekend when there was a time change and we're able to get out here and have these
Leading off
games
for the Pointers, the shortstop, number 5,
and
Matthew
be able to have some
Nichols.
daylight past 5:30. So as spring kicks off, as baseball season kicks off, we're glad the weather's good. Atmosphere is great here in Bulldog Stadium, and we should have a great game. Landon Schaefer pitching on the mound for the Dogs. Schaefer gets the first pitch in for a strike. Schaefer has, as that one's grounded to shortstop, and the play is made by
Now batting the pitcher,
Charlie
number
Garton at
13,
shortstop.
Weston Wilcox.
Schaefer coming into this game, 6 innings pitched, 1 game, 1 win, and that 1 win was a no-hitter in his first game that he pitched this season. Last game I announced in this park, Schaefer threw a no-hitter against the Bentonville Tigers, and it's a very entertaining one. So hopefully we will get a good performance out of Landon Schaefer today. As that one's off speed for a strike. Count moves up to 1-2. Schaefer steps off the mound and we will reset. So here comes the 1-2. That one's high and just pops out the glove of Holzhauer. As we get into this season, this is a very special Fayetteville team. Obviously ranked 16th in the country for public schools, 42nd in the country on perfect game rankings. As that one's hit through the gap between Garton and Pascal. And early in this one,
Now batting the catcher, number 12, Hudson Gardner.
Van Buren has one runner on. Hudson Gardner up for the Pointers now. Catching today. So that one's fastball to the right side of the plate. That's going to get in for a strike. Weston Wilcox was the one who got that hit through the gap there. Check swing there by Gardner. And he's down to 0-2. Schaefer will take a step back at the mound. And he'll go back again. Weird pickoff move by Schaefer there. It doesn't even look like he steps off the base. He kind of turns fast, but no motion by the umpires. That's a legal move. So there's another check swing. Looks like he went there, but they've got an umpire standing about right above Schaefer who motion that he didn't go. The 1-2. That one's hit on to right field. And just like that, the second and third hitters for Van Buren have got on. And Van Buren trying to get off to a hot start as
Number 2, Titan
they are the underdog in this game. But they are trying to make a statement as they go into one of their toughest matchups of the season.
Courtesy runner at first base, Kyle Organ.
Kyle Organ gonna pinch run here. Unlike most levels of baseball, college level and professional levels of baseball, pinch runner there does not mean Gardner will come out of this game. But Oregon will be at first for the Pointers. Here's the 0-1. That one's hit up the middle, right to second. That's going to be easy double play.
No runs on
Camden Rogerson making the play and getting over the second for the double play. And that will end the inning. Dogs will go up to hit in the bottom of the first. You're watching Fayetteville Baseball on the Fayetteville Sports Network.
Busy season has no season. But if there was ever a time for fun in Arkansas, it's the fall. It's Friday Night Lights, tailgates, sweater weather, no time to sit and wait because you've got life to live. You know it, the Crane team knows it. From pickup and delivery to service after the sale, Crane is committed to excellence. Every vehicle with the Crane team name is committed to your satisfaction. So worry less about how you'll get there and just enjoy
I can still hear myself and everything.
Or shop online at craneteam.com.
The roof is a home to many defensive facilities. So services like upkeep, repairs, and upgrades provide. David's Roofing is the only roofing contractor in Northwest Arkansas that has a prestigious selection of shingle rating certificate. With David's Roofing, your roof is a good home.
We're celebrating 20 years of Slim's. The Slim's meal is the original fan favorite. 100% all-natural hand-breaded tenders, buttered Texas toast, a southern side, and your choice from 17 house dipping sauces, all served with a medium drink.
Welcome back, Dog fans. Here for the bottom of the first inning. Dogs coming up to hit. Leading off for the Dogs will be Ken Pascal. Made it a good play in the beginning of this game. He got a ball or mistakenly had the positions wrong on here.
Ken Pascal
Was referring to a play that Garden made, but we'll get past that. As Pascal will come up to hit here. As that one's fouled off back into the net back here. Pascal batting .500 on the day, or .500 on the season. The on-base percentage of .667, so he's had a good start through these two games. It's the 1-1. That one's hit out into the parking lot off the top of a Cadillac. We've got a good spot here behind home plate, set up right in front of the parking lot. So we're going to see where all these foul balls land, and we'll keep track of what cars they hit. Oh, and that's a tough shot, as the first one's off the Cadillac, and the next one's off the head of Ken Pascal. And now coming up to the plate is Landon Schaefer. Schaefer obviously on the bump for the Dogs. Van Buren got off to a hot start. But as you look around this stadium, this is something to see. Something that I'm not used to seeing for sure. But As Schaefer steps up to the plate here, got cameras out. And got the MLB scouts watching, because Landon Schaefer is projected to be a second-round pick in this summer's MLB draft. So a very special talent that we have here on one of the best, I would say one of the most, one of, if not the highest men's sport, highest ranked men's sport in Fayetteville history. Of course, as that one's through the gap, just over the head of the shortstop, as Schaefer gets on, and
first base number 6,
the Dogs have started off.
Now batting for the Bulldogs, the left fielder,
Both runners on.
Carter Morris.
Morris will come up here for the Dogs with 2 runners on. Morris hitting .500 this season through 4 at-bats. Slugging percentage of 1.0, so good start for him through these 2 games. Obviously the stats are going to be pretty high, as most of these guys have only had 4 to 5 at-bats this season, but that little dribbler check swing there, miscommunication between Stewart and Nichols there for Van Buren. And now the bases are loaded for the cleanup hitter and the designated hitter, Mark Brissy. Brissy, a transfer from Batesville. Another big story coming into this one, as one of 3 Arkansas signees on this Bulldogs roster. So that one's in the dirt and recovered by Hudson Gardner. None out for the Dogs, bases loaded. Here comes the 1-0. And that one's in the dirt. Pascal thought about running, but off the backstop and right back to the catcher. So runners will hold, but it's going to be a 2-0 count. And looks like the pressure might be getting to Weston Wilcox, as the bases are loaded here. And that one's going to find the outside edge of the plate for a strike with the fastball there. But Brissy looking to get one to get a handle of and bring in some runs. Brissy steps in for the 2-1. That one's high, and Brissy goes in swinging on it. Looked like it might have went off the hands or the bat, but looks like it might have made contact with the umpire, and trainers will check up on him. Brissy hitting .286 through 7 at-bats so far, with 2 hits on the season. And this is a big moment to get a hit and get some RBIs on that season total. And that one's the 3rd ball in this at-bat that has been in the dirt. Wilcox trying to get that breaking ball working. He just hasn't been able to do it, and that's another one. And that is the 4th ball, and Wilcox will walk in the leadoff batter for the Dogs as Pascal comes in to score there. But as I was saying, on cue, I mean, Wilcox trying to get that breaking ball working and just getting it too low and doesn't have any control on it. And 4 wild pitches. That one's driven down the line, and this one might score them all. Coming around and scoring was Schaefer and Morris. Staying at 3rd was Brissy, and Jude Reyna has a double on the first pitch of the at-bat and drives in 2 runs.
Batting for the Bulldogs, the right fielder, number 1, Charlie Graves.
And looks like maybe just the pitching coach coming out here to talk to Wilcox after that big hit. Doesn't look like they're going to change him yet. We'll see as they call in their team. We'll see if they'll hand off the ball, but Reyna with a big hit as he had the bases loaded there. He was ready for that one. First pitch firing. Reyna.
Bro, I've just seen your post.
That was Reyna's first hit of the year, as he's had 6 at-bats but hasn't been able to get one, and his first hit of the year was a big one as he drives in 2 runs. And the Dogs lead 3-0 now. Wilcox will come back in, or will stay in, I should say. That one's popped back off the concrete that time. Missed all the cars in this area, luckily. Here's Charlie Graves now. That one's off the edge of the plate, gonna be ball 1. Graves hitting .250 overall this
Now
season.
playing right field, Gabe Hines.
With 1 hit. And that was just a single. Gabe Hines moving into right field for the Pointers. Pretty odd time to switch. I didn't even look up to see the switch. But that's the beauty of high school baseball. That one's another low breaking ball. Good eye by Graves. That one is popped up. Coming back on that one is the second baseman, but going in on it is the center fielder, and he lost that one in the sun. Brissy will come in to score. Graves will move to second, and Reyna will just move up to third. They'll call that a base hit for Graves, as that one was a blooper. Put it in a hard spot to get, so they're not going to call that one an error. Zach Nowotny in center field for the Pointers came in on that one and wasn't able to track it down. Would have been a hard run. Second baseman should have stayed after that one. I believe that would have been his ball. But Fayetteville already leads this one 4-0. So a good offensive performance here. And to the plate for the Dogs is now Jason Delamar, taking the second ball there. Delamar also a heavily recruited athlete. Committed to Arkansas to play baseball for the Hogs next spring. So for this time next year, these guys will move a couple of these guys will move a couple miles down the road and be putting on the red threads for the Hogs. The off-speed gets Delamar there and moves the count to 3-2. The payoff pitch. Delamar gets a piece of that one. Sends it down the first base line. And another pitch will come in the full count. And that one is fouled off again, about the same spot. Just hitting it opposite field over the Van Buren dugout. The next payoff pitch. That one's grounded to second base and just out of the reach. And that'll score 2 runs. Jason Delamar getting the 2-run single.
Now batting for the Bulldogs, the catcher, number 4, Landon Holzhauer.
That one was past Truitt Cazell at second base for the Pointers. And Jason Delamar getting a single to move this to a 6-0 lead for the Dogs. And that one's over the head of the first baseman. And as Delamar moves to second, that one was out of play. Believe Delamar gets to move to third because he was already on his way to second, but they might, no, they'll just give him one base. And Delamar will move to second on the error by Van Buren. And that one's inside on the hands of Holzhauer. Holzhauer committed to Crowder College, one of the best junior colleges in the country for baseball. As that one's hit out to center, that one's deep, and that one's at the track. Holzhauer will move to third, and that is a triple for Landon Holzhauer as Delamar comes in to score from second. That one was a deep shot. Nowotny had no chance on that one as he was going left to right, looking up, and never saw that ball. And it was way over his head. Couldn't tell where that ball was going because of how Nowotny reacted to it. But then it just landed at the warning track. And just like that, Landon Holzhauer is at third base with a triple. So what a start for the Dogs here as they are up 7-0. And Van Buren will be forced to make a change on the mound. It's a tough day for Weston Wilcox coming into a tough environment. And this explosive Fayetteville offense making things happen so far, as they've got up to a 7-0 lead.
Courtesy runner at third base, number 16, Dax Horton.
Horton will come into this game as a pinch runner on third for Holzhauer.
Now pitching for the Pointers, number 7, Owen Whedon.
That's Holzhauer's 4th hit of the year. And his second triple of the year.
The second baseman, number 12, Camden Rogerson.
So, Holzhauer has been hitting pretty well as the season has started. And as we come back, that first one is fouled off. And that one hit a windshield as you heard a big gasp from the crowd. Camden Rogerson up for the Dogs now. Starting at second here. And that one's hit up the middle, and what a play. By Cazell there, but wasn't able to get up and get it to first in time. And coming in to score is Horton.
Number 5, Ken Pascal.
Who came in to pinch run for Holzhauer after that triple. And just like that, in the first inning, the Dogs are back up to the top of the lineup with no outs. And that one's high outside corner in for a strike. That one's going to be on the edge again. And Pascal's down to 0-2 count now. Swung on and missed by Pascal.
Someday,
It was a high fastball.
someday, I wanna lay down
And
target. Sunday,
Now batting for the Bulldogs, Landon Schaefer.
Van Buren able to record their first out of the game after 8 runs. And easy stolen base there by Rogerson. Gardner threw that one extremely left of second base. Here's the 0-1, that's inside. There was 23 out of 30 teams scouts here last week. I was told before this, watching Schaefer, Delamar, and Varsity, all the Arkansas commits, and pretty cool platform that all the guys are getting, is they're getting to be watched by MLB scouts as we go through this season, as that is a 4-pitch walk. And the Dogs will have 2 runners on with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Crazy to say that it's still the bottom of the first. It feels like we have been here forever. But
Now batting for the Bulldogs, the left fielder, number 21, Carter Morris.
a great offensive performance from Fayetteville. We hoped to see a great hitting show from the Dogs, as we're getting into the season and hoping to get off to a hot start, as this is a team with very high expectations. So good to see them off to a good start today, as that one was almost thrown away, but a good recovery by the shortstop there. Morris up for the Dogs. Now Morris got to hit his first time up, as that one's ripped out to left field, and that's another one for Carter Morris.
Now batting for the Bulldogs, the designated hitter, number 19, Mark
Rogerson. Rogerson stayed at third, and that loads up the bases for the Dogs again. As here comes Brissy. The 2-0, that one's low. And 3-0 here. With the bases loaded. 3-0, and that one's, oh, I guess they have the scoreboard wrong here. Don't know how many balls there are, because guess that makes it a, maybe it was 2-1, not sure. As that one's inside for a strike. Yeah, they're gonna say it's 3-1 now. scoreboard had it before as 3-0. And that one's inside, and that will walk another run in. And every batter in the first 9
Now batting the
has
first
scored.
baseman, number 11, Jude Reyna.
So Dogs have hit all the way through the lineup. Haskell being the only out so far with the strikeout. But as Rogerson scores right there, 9 runs through 9 hitters. Through the first 9 hitters. That one's outside for a ball. Reyna got the hitting show started, really, as he pulled one down the line for a double and got the second and third run in for the Dogs. And swung on and missed there. 2-2 count for Reyna now. The 2-2. And swung on and missed. That one was in the dirt. And Ben Buren has had 2 outs and 2
Now back to the
strikeouts.
Bulldogs, the right fielder, number 1.
But
Charlie
9
Gray.
runs allowed. And that one is a high pop-up to second base, and that one will be caught. And finally, you never thought you would hear it, but Van Buren has gotten out of the inning after 8 hits and 9 runs put up by the Fayetteville Bulldogs in the bottom of the first.
Bulldogs score 9 on 8 hits. They lead
So
3.
Fayetteville looking
We
to
played 1. It's the
continue
Bulldogs 9.
to
Pointer 0. Coming up for the Pointers, we've got Glover.
keep
Stewart,
going with the
and
explosive
Wheaton.
offense and get a good win here. You're watching Fayetteville Bulldog Baseball on the Fayetteville Sports Network.
I'll do whatever it takes to protect my family. And part of taking care of them is using a bank that takes care of us. That's why I use Centennial Bank, a strong institution for an uncertain economy. I know them and I trust them. They have a strong financial foundation, which means that my money and our future is never in doubt. Life is busy, and there's plenty of things to worry about. My bank isn't one of them.
Centennial Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
New Tahoes and Suburbans are on the way to Chevrolet of Fayetteville, a proud supporter of Fayetteville High School. Drive a powerful SUV big enough to carry all of your Bulldogs. Reserve yours today at Chevrolet of Fayetteville in the Fayetteville Auto Park.
Accidents are never planned. But no matter how small, every emergency that involves a child is a big deal. It's everything. That's why we're here. Arkansas Children's Northwest offers the only pediatric emergency room in Northwest Arkansas, with fast access, pediatric experts, and kid-sized care. Peace of mind when you need it most.
And we are back in for the top of the second. Schaefer coming back onto the mound and starting this at-bat with a strike and off-speed pitch down the middle. Schaefer leads the count early with a 0-2. 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. And Schaefer gets, I believe that's his first strikeout of the day.
The third baseman, number 1,
Had
Hudson Stewart.
10 strikeouts in his first appearance. So good to see him get a good 3-pitch strikeout right there. Got one on the outside edge for ball 1. Hudson Stewart now for the Pointers, starting at third base today. Tough start to this at bat for Schaefer, as it's 3-0. And he'll put a fastball down the middle to get it back to 3-1. Schaefer going to try to recover here. That one swung on and missed. And back to a full count here for Schaefer. Looking to get 2 straight strikeouts. That one's fouled off. Straight back into the net, and I feel like every time a ball comes back at me, I jump a little bit, even though I know I've got a 50-foot net in front of me. And Schaefer loses control of that one. Gonna be way outside.
Number 7, Odin Wheaton.
And that's his first walk of the day. Schaefer allowed 2 hits in that first inning. It was a good play made by Charlie Garton at shortstop. And a very heads-up play by Rogerson at the end of the top of the first. Is he got a line drive and went straight to second, tagged the base and got the double play. But you don't want to count Van Buren out yet, but after a 9-run first inning, you know that it's going to be a tough one for them to come back in this one. Schaefer started off this 1-2, but he was able to get it back to 2-2, and there's a play made by Schaefer. They're going to call the runner safe. Or no, they got him. Did say that Schaefer got him. Guess it was some groans from the Van Buren fans that have traveled out to this one. Thought it might have been some Fayetteville fans. Can't see, or didn't see the umpire there, didn't see the motion. He wasn't on that side. I was more focused on first base at this angle. But Schaefer getting that one in there and starting this count off 0-1. And that one swung on and missed. 0-2 now for Schaefer with 2 outs, looking to get his second strikeout of the inning. And retire the side. And he does get him. 2 strikeouts on the inning. One walk for Schaefer.
No hits, 1 left
but
Coming up for the Bulldogs,
One left
we've got
on
Omar,
for the
Holzhauer,
Pointers.
and
You're watching
Rogers.
Fayetteville Bulldog Baseball on the Fayetteville Sports Network.
Love where you live and play at an apartment community or golf course managed by Lindsay Management Company. Buying or selling a home? Lindsay & Associates is your local real estate leader with offices in Fayetteville and Rogers. Lindsay, #1 in apartments, golf, and real estate.
Big Truck Town, Silverado City.
Introducing the new Chevy Silverado at Chevrolet of Fayetteville, a proud sponsor of Fayetteville High School. Reserve yours today at Chevrolet of Fayetteville.
Fayetteville Athletics would like to thank Advanced Concrete for their sponsorship of Bulldog basketball. We are proud to have community partners who invest in the future of our Bulldogs. The future is bright in Fayetteville, Arkansas.
The bottom of the second. Van Buren gonna try to have a better defensive inning here. There's not much worse you can have than 9-0. We'll see as we move through the lineup with this big lead if there will be any substitutions or anybody will come in differently to hit a run or come into this game and finish it as Fayetteville has got up to a huge lead in this one. As that one's tapped up in the middle and just recovered for the easy dribbler, making Delamar 1 for 2 now, as he had a single on his first at bat. That one outside 4. Holzhauer. That one's going to be off speed down the middle. He'll take that one for a strike. The 1-1 to Holzhauer. That one's outside. And move the count to 2-1 here. As that one's up the middle for Holzhauer, and he's got another hit on the day.
Courtesy runner at first base, number 16, Dax Horton.
And Horton will come back into pinch run.
Now batting for the Bulldogs, the second baseman, number 12,
for the Dogs.
Camden Rogerson.
I think Horton has came in 3 times to pinch run so far through 2 innings. Or through 1 1/3 technically. Here's the 1-0 to Rogerson. The 2-0. That one popped up to left, looking like an easy play. Horton will move back to first. And the Dogs have 2 outs now.
Now batting for the Bulldogs, the third baseman, number 5, Ken Haskell.
Haskell coming back up now, 1 for 2 so far. So that one's inside. At the chin of Pascal. A move back to first. Wasn't able to get Horton. And that one is in for a strike. The 1-1 to Pascal. Swinging in on that one, and looked like it was off the knob. Gonna move it to 1-2. One just cut in on the hands on the last minute. It's a little higher than Pascal expected, and luckily he got that one off the knob of the bat and not the hands. And that one is popped up. That'll get over the Van Buren dugout. And they won't be able to get to that one. Carson Glover was going in on that ball, but wasn't able to get there. And that one is over the head of Pascal there, moves to a 2-2 lineup, or 2-2 count. And that one is another high one. The second ball in a row now, and has moved this up to a 3-2 count with 2 outs. Horton will be going on this one. Horton goes, and the payoff pitch. That one's gonna be high. And inside, and Pascal knew it was a walk. The catcher thought it was a strikeout. They both kind of had an early reaction, didn't wait for the call. Pascal will get on base again with a walk as Schaefer comes up to the plate here. 2 for 2. As that one's ripped into left field, and Horton will come around third, and he will come in to score very easily. Schaefer came around first and still stays standing in the middle of the base path. But Pascal wasn't thinking about going to third there, so it was a good throw in by the left fielder, Titan Wynn, for Van Buren. Just to get it in, Horton would have scored probably regardless. But a good hit there by Landon Schaefer, and he's having a good game. Morris back into the game, or back up to the plate for the Dogs now. That one's inside. Carter Morris committed to Augusta University to play baseball. Good junior college program, and talk about junior colleges and baseball. It's just kind of different than your other sports because so many of with the transfer portal now, so much of off-season recruiting is people trying to get JUCO transfers. I mean, you've seen it at these big programs here at Arkansas. So many of those guys that come in every offseason are from some of those good 2-year junior colleges that players can really develop and build their skills to get ready for the higher levels of baseball. And it's what a lot of these guys on this Fayetteville team are going to do after high school, and good way to continue their baseball career. Good to see a lot of those guys going to the next level. As that one is ripped out to right center. And a good play made at the warning track. As that was Zach Nowotny
4-1 on 2 hits. They lead
tracking that ball all the way down and making a good play.
Coming up for the Pointers, we've got
Fayetteville gets 1 hit on 1 run, and you are watching Fayetteville Bulldog Baseball on the Fayetteville Sports Network.
Busy season has no season. But if there was ever a time for fun in Arkansas, it's the fall. It's Friday night lights, tailgates, sweater weather, no time to sit and wait because you've got life to live. You know it, the Crane team knows it. From pickup and delivery to service after the sale, Crane is committed to excellence. Every vehicle with the Crane team name is committed to your satisfaction. So worry less about how you'll get there and just enjoy the moment. Visit us today or shop online at craneteam.com.
Leading off for the Pointers, the second baseman, number 30, Pruitt Cozell.
And we are back for the top of the 3rd inning as the Dogs lead 10-0. Not sure what this becomes as the Dogs get up to this lead. I know in college sports or in college baseball, if a team gets up to a 10-run lead past the 7th inning, as that one is ripped up the middle, Garton almost made a great diving stop, but it just got under his glove, and a leadoff hit here for Van Buren. Not sure what the rule is for the mercy rule. No, in college, as I was explaining, college sports, it's 7 innings if a team leads by 10 runs. But here in high school baseball, or in high school varsity baseball, they only play 7 innings, so it's going to be interesting to see. I'll have to find out here what the run rule is. But Fayetteville going to try to keep this good performance going, as they've got a huge lead. That was a good snap throw by Holzauer, just too high. Good catch by Reyna. Holzauer could have had him if that throw was accurate. that one's fouled off into the Van Buren bullpen. Here's the 0-2 from Schaefer. Swung on and missed, and Schaefer's third strikeout of the game. With only 3 hits allowed.
Now batting Weston Wilcox.
As Wilcox comes up to the plate for the Pointers. That one's into foul ground and caught by Reyna in foul territory. The wind is very strong, blowing to the...
Now batting the catcher, number 12, Hudson Gardner.
Blowing to the east today. And the runner is going. Holzhauer thought he got him. So did Garton there as he made the tag. But that is the first stolen base for Van Buren today. You're not going to get a lot of those from Holzhauer at second. I think he did get him. But it was a close play, but Holzhauer not someone you want to run on. A 4-year varsity starter at catcher. Committed to one of the best junior colleges in the country. And looking to have an exciting season this year. The 1-2 from Schaefer. Swung on and missed, and 2 strikeouts retire the side for the Bulldogs. 2 strikeouts back-to-back innings for Landon Schaefer today. You're watching Fayetteville Bulldog Baseball on the Fayetteville Sports Network.
The roof is a home's main defense against the elements, so services like upkeep, repairs, and upgrades are vital. David's Roofing is the only roofing contractor in Northwest Arkansas that has a prestigious Select Shingle Master rating from Certainty. With David's Roofing, your roof is in good hands.
We're celebrating 20 years of Slims. The Slims meal is the original fan favorite. 100% all-natural hand-breaded tenders, buttered Texas toast, a southern side, and your choice from 17 house dipping sauces, all served with a medium drink.
I'll do whatever it takes to protect my family. And part of taking care of them is using a bank that takes care of us. That's why I use Centennial Bank, a strong institution for an uncertain economy. I know them and I trust them. They have a strong financial foundation, which means that my money and our future is never in doubt. Life is busy, and there's plenty of things to worry about. My bank isn't one of them.
Centennial Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back in to Bulldog Stadium for Fayetteville Bulldog Baseball on the Fayetteville Sports Network. We are in the bottom of the third. Dogs lead 10-0. Did get told during the break that the run rule is 10 after 5. So if the Dogs continue to lead by 10 runs after the 5th inning, we will get an early stop here.
Leading off for the Bulldogs, the designated hitter.
But for now, the Dogs are back on offense and just looking to add to that run total. As that one's hit a sharp liner to third. Brissy will be retired for the first out of the bottom of the third.
Bulldogs, the first baseman, number 11, Jude Reyna.
Here's Reyna now. Reyna started off 1 for 2 today, and will make that 2 for 3, as he's got a single and a double now. Had a shot out to center field, or shot out to right field. His first at bat, and that one he's able to get that one through the gap for the single. So here comes Graves back up to the plate for the Dogs now. Dogs are up to 10 runs with 11 hits. That one's inside. The 1-0. That's going to be on the high outside corner for ball 2. Charlie Graves another guy committed to a pretty good junior college baseball program. Going to Daytona State College in Daytona, Florida. The 2-1. It's going to be high and inside. 3-1 now for Graves. Graves will take a swing at that one. That's going to be straight to center. Going to be pulled by the wind a lot. Nowotny had to make a good play on it, and he was able to track that one down. Back to
number 10, Jason Delamar.
Now the Dogs. Van Buren has 2 outs recorded now on just 1 hit by Reyna. Van Buren to get their first shutout inning. Dogs scored 9 in the bottom of the first and just 1 last inning. So there's the 1-0, that's in for a strike. Delamar grounded out his last at bat. Lined into right for a single, his first at bat, so he's 1 for 2 for the day. As that's right back up to the middle. Good play made by the pitcher, and that will retire the side. 1 hit, no runs for the Dogs. As we move in to the top of the 4th, you're watching Fayetteville Bulldog Baseball on the Fayetteville Sports Network.
New Tahoes and Suburbans are on the way to Chevrolet of Fayetteville, a proud supporter of Fayetteville High School. Drive a powerful SUV big enough to carry all of your Bulldogs. Reserve yours today at Chevrolet of Fayetteville in the Fayetteville Auto Park.
Accidents are never planned. But no matter how small, every emergency that involves a child is a big deal. It's everything. That's why we're here. Arkansas Children's Northwest offers the only pediatric emergency room in Northwest Arkansas. with fast access, pediatric experts, and kid-sized care. Peace of mind when you need it most.
Love where you live and play at an apartment community or golf course managed by Lindsay Management Company. Buying or selling a home? Lindsay & Associates is your local real estate leader with offices in Fayetteville and Rogers. Lindsay, #1 in apartments, golf, and real estate.
And we are back here for the top of the 4th inning. Dogs lead by 10-0. And it's been a good performance by Schaefer. Started off kind of slow with, as he allowed 2 hits early in that 1st inning. But since then, he has been on fire with 4 strikeouts out of the last 6 batters. So first pitch of the inning is going to be low and outside. And Schaefer looks like he threw the same pitch there, trying to find a spot. Here's the 2-0. That one's hit up the middle. It's a liner into center. And Van Buren has gotten their 4th hit through 3 innings.
Number 24, Carson Glover.
Maybe more of a relaxed day for Schaefer, as the Dogs have got up to that lead so early that he doesn't have a lot to be worried about right now. But he's stranded every runner that has been on base. So Schaefer has been good at responding when he's been in tough situations so far. The 1-1. That one fouled off the plate there. Gonna move this to a 1-2 count. Carson Glover at the plate for the Pointers here. The 1-2 to Glover. That one's at the eyes, and he'll take that for the 2nd ball. The 2-2. That one's outside. Holzhauer made a move to first, but wasn't able to secure the ball, as he moved it from his glove to his hand, so didn't get a throw over there. The payoff pitch. Swung on and hit into the Van Buren dugout there. Another 3-2 will come. And we're going to say it's just a little bit too far outside.
Now batting the third baseman, number 1, Hudson Stewart.
Looked like a pitch that has been getting called a strike today, in my opinion. But that one looked a little too far off the plate for the home plate umpire. And Van Buren's got their first 2 runners on. And that one's in the zone for the second strike. That'll move it to 0-2. Schaefer's got the advantage here in the count. The 0-2. Just a little bit too high, just above the belt there. Van Buren looking to score as they've got their second runner in scoring position today. Or actually believe it's their third runner in scoring position, as they've had someone on second all 3 innings so far. That one's hit back into the screen. And moving, we're keeping the count at 2-2 here. And swung on and missed. And Schaefer's got his 5th strikeout of the day as the 2-2 fastball just off the plate draws a swing and miss for the strikeout and records the first out of the inning for the Dogs. And it's going to be outside for a strike. Schaefer with the quick move, and he gets him. Schaefer with that quick turnaround. It was Carson Glover who had the huge lead. Or no, I believe that was Titan Wynn on second base. And he got out there too far, and what a move by Landon Schaefer to get the pick off. One-two count now for Schaefer. And that one's hit on the second. Good play by Rogerson. And that will retire this side.
No runs on one hit.
No runs on one hit for the Pointers.
Coming up for the Bulldogs,
as the Bulldogs will come to, or will move to the bottom of the 4th and look to add some runs and hopefully get to that run rule and get out of this one early. You're watching Fayetteville Bulldog Baseball on the Fayetteville Sports Network.
Introducing the new Chevy Silverado at Chevrolet of Fayetteville, a proud sponsor of Fayetteville High School. Reserve yours today at Chevrolet of Fayetteville.
Fayetteville Athletics would like to thank Advanced Concrete for their sponsorship of Bulldog basketball. We are proud to have community partners who invest in the future of our Bulldogs. The future is bright in Fayetteville, Arkansas.
busy season has no season. But if there was ever a time for fun in Arkansas, it's the fall. It's Friday night lights, tailgates, sweater weather, no time to sit and wait because you've got life to live. You know it, the Crane team knows it. From pickup and delivery to service after the sale, Crane is committed to excellence. Every vehicle with the Crane team name is committed to your satisfaction. So worry less about how you'll get there and just enjoy the moment. Visit us today or shop online at craneteam.com.
For some more Fayetteville Bulldog baseball here on the Fayetteville Sports Network. And believe with what I have been told, we will see this, but believe with what I have been told, if Fayetteville has the lead after the top of the 5th inning, if they lead by 10, this game will be called, so possibly the last at-bat for the Bulldogs here in the bottom of the 4th. But hopefully I don't put the announcer's jinx on it, as that was a good single by Landon Holzhauer. And he will be substituted for Dax Horton again.
Correction, that's Rhett Tidwell batting.
And now coming into the game for the Dogs here, replacing or coming into pinch hit for Camden Rogerson is Rhett Tidwell. Here's the 1-0. Swung on and missed. And that one is down the line. And that will move both the runners up into scoring position, as that is a double by Tidwell. And what a good play. What a good hit by Tidwell. That one was just ripped down the line. Pretty similar to Holzhauer's single.
Camden Rogers
just got
at second base. Now batting for the Bulldogs,
just got
baseman, number 5, Ken Pascal.
far enough to where Tidwell was able to advance extra bases. Rogerson comes back into his spot at second base. It's pretty interesting what you can do in high school baseball with the substitutions. Rogerson got pinch hit 4. And then ended up coming back into second. And a miscommunication there, as that one is dropped into shallow right field. It's a second baseman, right fielder, and first baseman all went for that. And if you're an Arkansas baseball fan, you might want to look away on that play, because that was very similar to something that happened in Omaha not too long ago. As I heard, as we've got a Fayetteville fan over here who agrees with me, we don't want to hear about that. But good for Fayetteville there. Nothing bad here for us. Not like that time that I'm mentioning, but that one scores a run and Pascal gets on first. Schaefer missed on that one. It's a 0-1. That one gonna be too low there. 1-1 to Schaefer. Going to be 2 inside and moves the count to 2-1 here. The 2-1 is fouled off. We miss 1-2, 2-2 count. The 2-2. Swung on and fouled right back at us. That one almost got my car. I think I was more nervous about me right there. Thought that was gonna come back and get me. Sailed over my head. Looked over and I saw my car right behind me. But no contact to any vehicles. I think we've had 2 vehicles get hit, 1 windshield, 1 roof. So those 2 people might have to call the insurance company after they make the trip back to their cars. And that one is way off the plate. Looked like from here, Schaefer thought he had it. Started going towards first.
Now batting for the Bulldogs, number 34, Tanner Davison.
That one is going to be called the strike, and Schaefer be retired.
I got a table for 2, way back where I sit.
Substitution now for Fayetteville. What's this guy's name? And it's Tanner Davison. Coming in to hit for the Dogs here. Sorry, excuse me. This is Davidson Tanner. Had it wrong here on my roster, and these substitutions, a lot of people on these baseball teams. Hard to keep up with at the beginning of the season, so my apologies if I make some mistakes here today. The 2-1. That one's hit well into right, and that one won't drop, but will score. And Pascal will move up to second base, as that ball got away from the catcher there. Fayetteville now leads 12-0.
Batting for the Bulldogs, the shortstop, number 8, Charlie Garton.
With Pascal in scoring position.
Nothing ever changes, so tonight is like tomorrow night. I will have a
Charlie Garton now hitting for the Dogs. Garden starting this game at short. Only guy in the starting lineup that is not a senior. So, very talented class we've got here. As we've mentioned, I mean, 16th best team in the, or ranked 16th nationally in the country. So very impressive Fayetteville team. As that one is just under the glove, Pascal will come in to score here, and this will stretch this out to a 13-0 lead for the Dogs off the air by Van Buren.
Now batting number 22, Turner Robinson.
And here is Turner Robinson in to hit now. This is his first at-bat of the game. This is Robinson's first at-bat of the season. As that one's pulled into left, and he's got a single. Garden will stay at second, and a good hit by Turner Robinson there.
Now batting for the Bulldogs, number 2, Braden Spencer.
And now, substituting, pinch hitting for the Dogs now. Third baseman Braden Spencer. This is Spencer's first at-bat of the game today. Just Spencer's second at-bat on the season through 3 games. But this team has so much depth, and no matter who's coming in and pinch hitting or pinch running, with how talented this team is, you always got something to worry about if you're on the other side. And that one's inside. Good eye by Spencer here as that one's up to 3-0. And that one is low, and a 4-pitch walk for Braden Spencer. And the bases are loaded again for the Dogs. It's Cole Rogers. Up for the Dogs now. This is his first at-bat of the game. So everybody that's coming in now, or it seems like we're going to get a substitute or a pinch hitter every at-bat substitution. But Good
Now batting for the
at bat
Bulldogs,
for
number
Rogers
6,
there as he
Tesmer.
took that one to the hands, and that'll bring in another run for Fayetteville. They lead 14-0 now. Daxton Tesmer now in for the Dogs. That one swung on and missed. 0-2 count now. Oh, 2. That one's inside. Good eye by Tesmer. 1-2, bases loaded, 2 outs. Swung on and into the dugout down the third base line. Another 1-2 coming. And another foul ball down the third base line. Tesmer just getting early on those off-speed pitches. Gonna look to find one to get a piece of. Swung on and missed, was kind of late on that one, but still got contact. That one was off the catcher pretty lightly. Saw a foul ball deflected off the mask of the home plate umpire, and he had to take a moment pretty early into this game, but that one caused no harm. The 1-2, that's just inside. It was an inside curveball right there. Moving this count to 2-2. And that one is a wild pitch that will score Turner Robinson. And the Dogs lead now 15-0. 2 runners in scoring position. 2 outs, 3-2 pitch. Swung on and hit back foul. And we'll have another payoff here for Daxton Tesmer. Good at bat here so far. The payoff pitch. Another one fouled off. And despite the huge lead for Fayetteville, Tesmer fighting very hard in this at-bat, and he will take the ball, and that will load up the bases again for the Dogs.
Now batting for the Bulldogs, number 25, Noah Smith.
Noah Smith in now for the Dogs. And that one's hit up the middle. And Smith has a single. Both runners will go home. And he will drive in 2 runs. The coach will come out here for Van Buren, and they will make a pitching change. And the Dogs now lead 17-0. And if you've stayed with us this whole game, I want to thank you, because 17 runs in 4 innings is one of the most unbelievable offensive performances I've ever seen in baseball. And this is ugly. I was gonna say this is getting ugly, but this has been ugly since the first inning for Van Buren. And I mean, their pitchers out here throwing wild pitches in warm-ups. So this has been a tough game for Van Buren, but obviously Fayetteville in the highest division of high school sports, and Van Buren coming into just a tough environment. But an absolutely amazing performance here by Fayetteville today.
Now pitching for Van Buren, number 33.
With 2 outs here, you can only look towards that next inning where Fayetteville gets 3 outs and still leads by 10 after Van Buren hits. Dogs will capture the win because of the mercy rule. But for now, the Dogs continue to try to run up that score as much as they can and finish off a good win here in Bulldog Stadium on this beautiful Tuesday night.
Now batting for the Bulldogs, number 14, Maddox Moore.
And here's Maddox Moore to the plate for the Dogs. And looks like his bat is meant to look like a pencil. It's pretty cool. Got the eraser at the end, even got the green little metal piece that goes between the pencil and the eraser. That's a good number 2 pencil right there from my view. And that one is high for the 4-pitch walk. And the bases are loaded again for the Dogs as they lead 17-0.
Number 20, Everett Hall.
First thing I remember knowing was a lonesome whistle blowing and a youngin's dream of growing up.
And Everett Hall up for the Dogs. With each substitution comes a new walk-up song. Fayetteville has installed some new speakers over the off-season and had some renovations done to the stadium. Each walk-up song, it's pretty interesting. I've heard some good ones. I've probably heard some ones that I wasn't a fan of. But this has been a fun day of baseball. When you get up to a lead like this, you can look at the things that focus on the things that are more than just the game. Have some fun out here. And I'm glad that it is spring because just being able to sit out here, still 70 degrees here at 6:47. So one of the nicest days of the year so far. Perfect day for baseball. As that one is hit into center. Should be an easy play. And that will retire the inning. Dogs lead 17-0. Put up 7 runs.
Bulldogs score 7 on 6 hits. They
On
lead
6
3.
hits. And they will look to end this game
Bulldogs 17.
off early here in the 5th inning. You're watching Fayetteville Bulldog Baseball on the Fayetteville Sports Network.
The roof is the home's main defense against the elements.
Coming up the
So
pointers, we've
services
got
like
Long,
PG,
Gazelle,
repairs,
and
upgrades provided. David Roofing is the only roofing contractor in Northwest Arkansas that has a prestigious select shingle master rating for service. With David Roofing, your roof is in good hands.
We're celebrating 20 years of Slims. The Slims meal is the original fan favorite. 100% all-natural hand-breaded tenders, buttered Texas toast, a southern side, and your choice from 17 house dipping sauces, all served with a medium drink.
I'll do whatever it takes to protect my family. Part of taking care of them is using a bank that takes care
Your
of us.
attention, please.
That's why I
Now
use
pitching for the
Centennial Bank,
Bulldogs,
a strong
number
institution
7,
for
Will
uncertain.
Schaefer.
I know them and I trust them. They have a strong financial foundation, which means that my money and our future is never in doubt. Life is busy, and there's plenty of things to worry about. My bank isn't one of them.
Centennial Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
New Tahoes and Suburbans are on the way to Chevrolet of Fayetteville, a proud supporter of Fayetteville High School. Drive a powerful SUV big enough to carry all of your Bulldogs. Reserve yours today at Chevrolet of Fayetteville in the Fayetteville Auto Park.
And welcome in, dog fans. Welcome back. If you're just now joining us, there's not much to go as Fayetteville leads this one 17-0. Van Buren hasn't gotten a run yet.
Leading off of the pointers,
But for this game to keep going, they'd have to put up an 8 spot here. Just not something that I think is very likely, but don't want to put the announcer's jinx on it, so we'll see what happens. But if Fayetteville does get 3 outs and continues to lead by 10 after this inning, the game should be over. As here is Will Schaefer in the game, coming in to relieve for older brother Landon Schaefer. Landon moved to shortstop. As that one swung on and missed. The 2-1. That one's fouled off, and Schaefer will recover there. And the count will move to 3-2 now. Payoff pitch. That one was outside, but this Van Buren's hitter who extended very.
Now batting the second baseman, number 30, Truett.
Extended way out of the zone and got to that one and just pulled it to Schaefer. Landon Schaefer, who was able to record that out at shortstop. First pitch is in there for a strike. one is swung on and fouled off into almost the Fayetteville dugout. Looked like a Fayetteville player came out to snag the ball before it rolled in there. But the 0-2 comes. And the 1-2 swung on, and Reyna will come down with that one to record the second out. And Fayetteville now is 1 out away.
Nichols.
I believe everything we have heard, the rule is 10 after 5. If I am wrong, I do apologize. So would love to get more baseball in after this. It's a beautiful day and sun's just starting to set here. But with Fayetteville having the big lead, we are almost positive that is the rule, 10 after 5, and that is a strikeout. And that is the ball game.
That's a winner.
Will Schaefer records the save after 5 innings pitched by Landon Schaefer. 17 hits on 17 runs on 17 hits. One of the best offensive performances I have seen in baseball in a long time. And this has been a very fun one.
Thank you, Bulldog.
I'm your host, Ben Watson. You've been watching Fayetteville Bulldog Baseball on the Fayetteville Sports Network.